Biggest objection that I get to a lot of my content is women saying, you don't have to be perfect to get into a relationship. To that, I just want to say, if any of you can find a video where I said you have to be perfect, please show it to me. No, you do not have to be perfect to get into a relationship or to get married. That should be proven in the shit shows of relationships that we have seen over our lifetime. If you got the money to get a marriage license, you can get married. With that being said, a lot of you guys are just saying this as an excuse to not really do any necessary work on yourselves where you are at in life at this very moment. Do you have to be perfect to be in a relationship? No. But in the meantime, you should not be hyperfixating on how to get into a relationship. Okay? If your sole form of self-improvement work is making yourself be a better wife to someone you haven't even met yet, that's a problem. A lot of your lives are a fucking mess right now. Your finances are not in order, okay? You're emotionally dysregulated. Not saying that's your fault. You're obsessed with relationships to the point where you'd probably hop into one with any guy that shows you more than 10 seconds of attention. You project your trauma and BS onto other people. Some of y'all are messy, and some of us are just not good people at the end of the day. Some of us are toxic, and you could very well get into a relationship knowing all those things, and then you're going to have a disastrous relationship. Some of us still have the mindset that once we get into a relationship, some kind of magical fairy is going to come out from the sky and get rid of all of our problems. And I see this all the time with women who get engaged to a guy that's an alcoholic or somebody who is abusive or a chronic cheater or somebody who's not a good father. And they think that once they get married, everything's going to change. Everything's going to be different. Just like those types of men will just get worse once they're in a marriage, so will you if you display any of those toxic traits or other toxic traits. The world has given us this fluffy slogan that makes us feel good, and it's you're perfect just the way you are. No. First of all, you're not perfect, and second of all, we all have shit we need to work on. 50% of us are going to wind up divorced if we get married. And I feel like, yeah, we can say that men are shitty. That's 100% facts. But sometimes the problem is us. Sometimes we bring our unhealed BS into these relationships. Sometimes we're toxic and irresponsible. And if your rebuttal to someone saying, hey, work on your life in the meantime, while you're looking for the one or whoever, work on yourself. If your rebuttal to that is nobody's perfect, nobody's saying anybody is. And what's the harm in improving yourself? Like, why do we repel that so much when it comes to relationships? We want relationships so bad. We're so obsessed with them that anything, even working on yourself, anything seen as keeping us away from a relationship or possibly prolonging us getting into a relationship is seen as bad. And that's fucking weird.